so great to see you this morning, and we've got a wonderful Bible story for you today. I can't wait for you to hear it.
Hi, Pastor Steve.
Oh, hey Pascal. Is that a flashlight you have there?
Yeah, I need it to help keep me safe.
Oh, well, how so?
Well, I used to use my flashlight just at bedtime to help me fall asleep because I'm afraid of the dark. But I was really nervous about my first day of school, so I snuck it into my backpack, and knowing that my trusty flashlight was with me helped me feel better.
Ah, well, how come you're carrying it with you right now?
Because now I don't feel safe without my flashlight anywhere, so I have to carry it around with me all the time.
Ah, well, I can see why your flashlight helps you to feel safe, but did you know that there's someone who is with you all the time to help keep you safe?
Really? Who?
God. And in fact, in today's story, we're going to read about a little baby named Moses. And Moses' mother had to do something very brave and scary in order to protect Moses. But she knew that God would watch over her baby and keep him safe. In fact, that's our Bible point for today. God watches over you and keeps you safe.
Wow, I can't wait to hear this story.
Me too. So let's jump right into today's Bible story. Joseph and his brothers had children, and their children had children. God's people began to fill up the land of Egypt. After many years, about 400 years later, there was a new king of Egypt who didn't care about Joseph or his people. Joseph's descendants began to call themselves Hebrews. The king of Egypt was afraid that there would be more Hebrews than there were Egyptians. He didn't want God's people in his land. So he made a bad law. He said, every baby boy from Joseph's family must be thrown into the river. Isn't it hard to believe that someone would ask for such a terrible thing? Miriam and her family were part of Joseph's family. Miriam's mother had a baby boy. They all loved him so much. Would Miriam's mother let them throw the baby into the river? No. The king of Egypt sent all his soldiers to look in the houses for all the baby boys. That meant they would be coming to look in Miriam's house. Miriam's mother had an idea. Miriam watched her mother make a basket. She wove it together tightly to keep the water out. Then she sealed it with sticky tar so that it would float. Miriam kept watching. Her mother put her baby brother in the basket. Then she hid in the reeds beside the river.
The soldiers will never find the baby here. Keep watching the basket,
said Miriam's mother. And so Miriam obeyed.
Have you heard about the chocolate record player? It sounded pretty sweet. Hilarious! What did one wall say to the other wall? I'll meet you at the corner.
You know you like that one. That was funny. Very funny.
What did baby corn say to mama corn? Where's popcorn?
Made me laugh. Albert out. Peace.
Miriam and her family were part of Joseph's family. Miriam's mother had a baby boy. They all loved him so much. Would Miriam's mother let them throw the baby into the river? No. The king of Egypt sent all his soldiers to look in the houses for all the baby boys. That meant they would be coming to look in Miriam's house. Miriam's mother had an idea. Miriam watched her mother make a basket. She wove it together tightly to keep the water out. Then she sealed it with sticky tar so that it would float. Miriam kept watching. Her mother put her baby brother in the basket. Then she hid in the reeds beside the river.
The soldiers will never find the baby here. Keep watching the basket.
Said Miriam's mother. And so Miriam obeyed. What did she see? She saw a princess come to the river to take a bath. Miriam kept watching the basket, and then the princess heard the baby cry. What would she do? Would the princess throw the baby into the river? No. Imagine Miriam's surprise when she saw the princess pick up her baby brother out of the basket.
I'm gonna take care of this baby as if it's my very own.
Said the princess. The princess loved the baby.
You'll be my boy.
She said. The princess named the baby Moses. Then she took Moses home to her beautiful palace. While Miriam was watching the baby, God was watching too. Even while the baby was in the basket all by himself, God was watching over him. God didn't let anything bad happen to baby Moses. God watches over his people. God is the good father who wants to make sure that his children are safe, who watches you and keeps you safe. God watches over his people just like Miriam watched over Moses. God's people are safe with Jesus just like Moses was safe in the basket. The Bible, God's Word, tells us that God is always watching us. Can we believe what God's Word says? Can we believe God's promises? We can. He keeps his promises. Isn't it comforting to know that God is always watching and protecting you? God is never off duty. He never takes a break. He's got our backs no matter what. He is the loving, all-powerful God of the Angel of Armies, who is watching over you and keeping you safe. And that's our story.
Wow! Just like God watched over baby Moses in the basket, he also watches over me and keeps me safe. Now, whenever I'm feeling afraid or nervous, I'll just close my eyes and remember that God is always with me. And I can pray and ask God to help me feel safe.
That's right, Pascal, and that's our Bible point for today. God watches over you and keeps you safe.
Whew, well, I'm glad that I don't need to carry around my flashlight anymore, and I think my mom will be very happy too.
Oh yeah? Why is that?
Because she's tired of replacing the batteries all the time.
That's great, Pascal. Have an adventurous week, everyone.
Hey Adventure Kids, this is the part of the show where you send in your questions to me, Jake, and I answer them. So let me grab my mailbag. Hi Jake, are dreams when we sleep important? Do they mean anything? From Mariah. That is an awesome question. And my answer is sometimes. I think there are 3 different kinds of dreams that we can have. The first kind is just a regular old silly dream. These are just for fun and they don't really mean anything. Like the one I had when I drove a giant potato around like an airplane and shot pasta noodles at the evil broccoli guys who were trying to steal my Cheetos. That's just silly and doesn't mean anything. Other times you might have dreams about something you're really thinking about a lot. Like maybe you're excited about the first day of school, and then you have a dream about it. These kind of dreams can help us know what we're really thinking about. The last kind of dream is a little more rare, but they do happen. But that's the kind of dream that God gives you as a gift. Like when God gave Joseph a dream in the Bible about what was going to happen in his life. It's helpful to know that God is always for you. So if you have a dream where something bad or embarrassing happens, that's probably not from God. Or maybe it's just a warning of what could happen if you keep making bad choices. The goal of a dream from God is to lead you into his great adventure, and that's pretty awesome. Hi Jake, can you do a handstand and sing the songs from Frozen? From the Explorers class. Awesome question. No, dude, alright. go, let it go. The gold never bought me anyway. That was a hard one. So remember, if you have a question for me, Jake, just go to the website takeawaywithjake.com and I'll be happy to answer your question right here on the show.